If you've tried everything to stop smoking and you find that you just can't do it, that's not your fault. Smoking is a very interesting thing in that it is a learned behavior. People say that smoking is a habit, and it is. And they say that smoking is an addiction, and it is. And smoking is more than that, because smoking is also a behavior. And the thing about smoking is it's something that you learn how to do. And so it is unreasonable to believe that you could just stop smoking by using things like patches or gums or hypnosis. The fact that you learned how to smoke means that you've got to unlearn smoking in order to make it a permanent thing. Now, one of the things that you've got is you've got all these plasters that we put on the smoking habit. So you put a little plaster on it, or you put a patch, or you gum. These are replacement therapies, and they work. They're not brilliant, but they're not bad. They'll give you some relief. The problem with them is that they do not address the whole issue of smoking. So smoking doesn't happen in isolation. If you think that smoking is happening in isolation, you are mistaken. Smoking is a series of things. Smoking is like the roof of a house. The roof of the house has been held up by walls, and the smoking process itself has been held up by all these other things that that are associated to it. And unless you are aware of what those things are and start to remove them one at a time, that smoking habit stays there. So you can knock out one wall here and knock out one wall there, but by and large the actual behavior of smoking remains. It's like, if you've got weeds in your lawn, and you take a lawnmower and you mow over the weeds. For a time they've disappeared because they've been cut. But the problem is the root. There's a taproot, a really long root. A weed has a really long root, as you may well know. And as long as that root is still in the soil, you are going to have another weed sprout. And it's the same with smoking. If we do not remove, or if you do not remove smoking from the root, the chances are you will have this idea of recidivism, which is that you go back to smoking. So the system that I use is a system that goes and removes the whole smoking problem, or the whole smoking behavior from you, by taking out the root. So let me give you an overview of what the program is and how it works. The program is a 7 or an 8 week program. And in actual fact, let me not lie to you, it's a 7-week program from start to finish. Typically, most people do not need the last 3. So it's from week 1 to week 4 is the process of removing the root, the whole smoking root from your brain. It is a brain thing more than anything else. So week 1 to week 4, we remove the root from the brain, and then weeks 5 and 6 are support weeks, and in some very, very rare cases, week 7 is a support week. Most people do not go as far as week 6. They'll come to week 5 because there's a few changes happening, and so it's a case of just working with those changes. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about how the program works, then just drop me a line at george.sava@ittakes7seconds.co.uk. Let me repeat that, george.sava@ittakes7seconds.co.uk. The address will pop up on the screen down there. All right, I'm looking forward to hearing from you.